Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the Horsch AgroVation map and the Horsch AgroVation pack. Tonight, we're going to take a first look at all of the items included in the pack, including the map. How's everybody's Friday been? Waylon, William, Mojo, welcome. Farmer G, Sherry, Sipper Buffo, we got Tukey in the house. The ever-present Schultz is here. Avery, welcome all. Welcome all. Let me set something up. Turn that off. Turn these off. I have to tell you, I am impressed. Impressed with the configuration options. Or should I say the number of configuration options that we have here on the Horsch pack. Stewie, welcome. Welcome. Desert Ox. So, first off, who watched my fact sheet video this morning? Because I have been waiting all day long for some comments related to that video. There hasn't been a single one. I thought I put some nice Easter eggs in the end of that video. Some references to some childhood entertainment. I thought it was rather witty. See? Semper says, yes, I did. I did think it was witty. Apparently it wasn't. We're just down here harvesting a field. I want to do something to pass the time while we waited here for folks to join us. It's a nice kind of peaceful part of the map. Got a nice little pond over here. Little house on the pond. On Golden Pond. We got a little house here on the pond. Got some smaller fields down here. This map will, of course, look very, very familiar to anyone that saw the Horsch AgroVation map from FS17 or FS19 because, of course, the premise of the map is to replicate the area in as detailed and accurate as possible. So, of course, when you have 3 generations of the same map, all 3 goals being the same, they're all going to look the same as far as layout. But man, to say visually she's looking pretty good. Y'all can't see a lot of it because of the fog of war. That's okay. That'll lift here in about 5 minutes. I do want to say, and hopefully you all will agree as we run through the shop configurations, which we will do in about 10 minutes after the top of the hour. This pack has a lot more configuration options in it than I was really expecting. A lot of ways you can use the same machinery multiple ways, or use the same piece of machinery to perform multiple tasks. So I think that might go over well. So you know, this is not a Horsch combine. Do they make such a thing? It's going to be difficult to go over the starting equipment and stuff here because I have bought a whole bunch of stuff so that we can demonstrate everything and hopefully have the same amount of time to put toward exploring and talking about the map. It does start you off with some Horsch stuff, yes. In fact, all the Horsch stuff that you get in the starting equipment is at the farm. So everything that we're going to be demoing is all things that I had bought. I left all the starting equipment for the Horsch stuff at the farm. You do get this harvester and header at the start. We do get the trailer attached to that tractor at the start. For those of you that like the color of green, there's some green tractors you get at the start. I guess I should say you get all green tractors at the start. That would be a fair statement, I think. And of course, as we are showing things off, if you are a PC player, if you do not own the Year 2 Season Pass, if you wish to, there is a link pinned in chat that would allow you to pre-order it, save a buck, $8.99 if you pre-order today, all the way through the 24th, and then it'll be $9.99 upon release. We will be hosting a launch party Monday night. You may ask yourself, how is this possible if it doesn't come out until the 25th, which is a Tuesday? Well, it comes out CEST time zone, Central European Summer Time. That's how I understand that is. And I'm 6 hours behind there. So midnight CEST, roll that clock back 6 hours, is 6 p.m. Monday night. And we usually live stream at 8 p.m. Monday night, so that puts us plus 2 hours. So we'll be hosting this on a multiplayer server, hosted by G-Portal. And, yeah. We'll be having fun with members of the community, trying out all the Horsch stuff, getting their direct first impressions on the map, getting their direct first impressions from players just like you on the equipment. And that'll give you about as fair a shake as possible to establish, is it worth it for you? Or is it something you should just pass on? Because in the end, it's always an individual decision that only you can make. Yacht, what is up? What is up? Catch y'all on the flip side. It's Horsch AgroVation time, everybody. I am aggravated, and I hope you all will be too soon. Oh, that was funny. I just made that up. At any rate, welcome to the channel. Welcome to our first look at the Horsch AgroVation map and the AgroVation pack. Available for Farming Simulator 22 on July 25th at, as we were saying right before we started, midnight CEST. We will be hosting a launch party Monday night, the 24th, at 8 p.m. Eastern. For anyone who has the pack that wishes to join us in a multiplayer. But, I mean, the map is, well, she's pretty nice. Right? You gotta admit, that looks pretty good. We got all new buildings. I understand Auction David had his hand in creating this map with Giants. We'll be talking more about the map as the day goes on, or as the night goes on. We're also going to be showing off all of the machinery. And as I was saying also earlier at the start, there's a lot of customization you can make with this machinery. So much to the point that I was really starting to get the brain warmed up on ways you could use the stuff above and beyond maybe its normal purpose. Oh, Sherry, we'll be doing a map video. It will be releasing midnight CET on July 25th when the DLC releases. Don't worry about that. Now, one thing, we'll pull up the PDA. One thing, of course, this map is got some massive fields. This is a standard size map, but it has some massive fields. Field 9 is where we're going to spend most of the evening. I've got a ton of machinery lined up over there. We're seeing some of it spawn in right now. But we're going to be working on Field 9 most of the evening. Trying things out, demoing them out, seeing what the animations look like. Exploring the map a little bit as we go from point A to point B. We are coming in right now to our silo. What should be our silo. Really well removed from the farm. And we'll do a little bit of a look kind of around the main farm here. Like I said, about 10 more minutes. 5 more minutes, sorry. We're going to be taking a look at the stuff in the shop. Give some more chance of folks time to join in. Scooter, what is up? What is up? I'd say it is a custom silo build out. Well, Toogie, I think you're going to be a little disappointed in that, because I was doing a quick look around earlier, and it doesn't look like any of these custom buildings are placeable, which is a little disappointing. But we've got the main starting farm here. Tons of sheds. Tons of sheds. All custom sheds. Right? That was where our harvester was stored at. I know, Tiki, I know. I was kind of hoping. I was kind of hoping that would add to our coffers of placeable buildings. I mean, just imagine being able to put these massive sheds down. That would be so awesome. So we do start out with, this should be, this is some of our Horsch stuff. The Horsch Spinner 6SL. So that's one of the Horsch things we start out with to start. You can see one of those starting green things over there. We start out with this massive weeder, the Cura 24ST. We have a Tiger 8MT disc harrow. We start with, what's this? A 9570 thing? Yeah. We also start with one of these. An 8R. Here we have our fuel storage. Aaron, I don't know. I mean, it's a DLC. It's locked behind DRM. I don't know. Maybe if there was enough uproar about wanting these as placeable things. I don't understand this. This is like, I don't know, like speed bump, or just don't go this way? And then we have that, right? I mean, we just got all these awesome sheds. We've got a wash bay. And the Horsch Joker 8RT. Now, a lot of these doors work. Oh, heavens to Betsy, we get lots of supplies. Lots of supplies. Although these might not be legit. Let's see. No, these aren't legit. These are just... Oh, I've been ripped off. Those are legit. But the others don't seem to be. Really well decorated shop area. Right, so we have a workshop. No idea where the triggers are. Wish they were marked out a little bit. Looks like maybe the entirety of the shop is a trigger. Hard to really tell. Now, you do have your sleep trigger here. This is where you spawn in at. And then we have like a little apartment up here with your wardrobe. No, Tookie, there is no Horsch clothing. I was going to be decked out in Horsch stuff, but there is none. No Horsch stuff. Nice little office. We do have collectibles on the map. Sadly, they are not custom collectibles. They are the game cartridge collectibles. So when you do collect them, they show up here on this table. And of course, you can play the game cartridges there at the console. Nice overlooking the shop. Right, overlooking some of the farm. Too bad you can't play chess. That'd be cool. We have liquid fertilizer storage over here. The tanks are around the back. Dwayne, what is up? What is up? And then lots of bays, like I said. The fact that we've got all these operable doors, I think this is the most doors we've had operable on any iteration of this map to date. Now, Fit and Finish. Fit and Finish would like to have not seen gravel here on the ground. But at any rate, and then we have the kind of the Horsch office building. This is not enterable. Here we have the Transformer. Oh, sorry. 12VF. This is the amazing hoe that goes and follows the rows. We're going to demonstrate that later. We also get the partnered 1600 FT and the Mastero 975RX planter. And then I'm not really sure what this building is, but we can go inside, check it out. Doesn't have a lot going on. And that is basically the starting farm. And then, like I said, we have the silo way over here. Let's head over here to the shop. And let's talk about, yeah, it could be a showroom. Could be. Let's talk about what we get as far as the Horsch AgroVation machinery. We do have a nice custom dealer trigger here. Would be nice if we had markings. But at any rate. Alright, let's take a look at the machinery. That's what we're all here for. We're going to go to mods and DLCs. We're going to go to Horsch AgroVation pack. Alright. Alright. Everyone grab your seats. Sit down. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We've got the Culturo 9TC, $35,000. This is a mulcher. Okay. Now we can configure it with an additional weights. Notice it's 3.5 ton by default. We can get it up to 4.1 ton. You can see the suitcase weights get added right there. 8.9 meters, 11 mile per hour working speed, 240 horsepower to operate that. Then, keeping with a mulcher, we move up to the Culturo 12TC, a 12.2 meter mulcher. .270 horsepower, 11 mile per hour working speed. We have the choices of Trelleborg, Michelin, DKT, Vertestein, and then we have some different designs. So we have design 1, We designed 2, so we get the little roller wheels, or we get the scraper tines, the drag tines, whatever you want to call them. Those are the 2 different designs we have for the 12-meter mulcher. Then we move up to the shallow cultivator and the finer 6SL, $25,000 to buy, 220 horsepower to operate, 6-meter working width. We can add a seeding unit or not. Okay, so we can make this a seeding shallow cultivator or not. We're going to take a look at that because I do have it in this configuration. We've got lots of configuration design choices. Look, we have design 5. That's a standard. Design 6, we get rid of the thing on the back, the dragger and the rollers. Design 7, we just have the draggers. Design 1, we just get the seating part. Design 2, we get some draggers, different type of draggers. Design 3, we get some wheels in the front. Design 4, we just get rollers. Design 5, we get draggers and rollers. And there you go. Then we move up to a standard cultivator in the Tiger 6 MT, 440 horsepower to operate this bad boy. 10.4 tons, 7.5 meter working width. But look over here, we have some choices. Fertilizer distribution unit, yes or no? I can fertilize my field while I'm cultivating my field with this unit. And that's how I've got it configured. We're going to try that out. Top ring roller, or no, or yes. So we get the little rollers on the back, or no. Okay. That is a Tiger 6 MT. Then we move up to the Disc Harrow Joker 8 RT. 330 horsepower, 9 tons, 8.2 meter working width, 11 miles per hour. We can get it with, look at that, a seeding unit. So we can seed while we disc harrow. Or we can add a slurry distributor. So now we can add slurry while we disc harrow. Or why don't we do both? Why don't we seed and slurry and disc harrow, 3 jobs in 1? How about that? We're going to do that. We're even going to do that. That's the Joker 8 RT. Then for everything, so for the Joker, we could, if we wanted to, use the partner. For the Tiger with the fertilizer, yes, we can use the partner. For the, yes, we can use the partner for that. And no. Okay, so we can use the partner on tons of things, and I've got it configured on a ton of things. So this is the front partner tank. Holds 1,600 liters of seed or fertilizer. We can get it with a tire roller on the back. We can get it with roller packer on the back. We can get it standard. We can get more weights added to the back. 60 kilogram, 120, 180, 240, 300, and 360. Then we move up to the Taro 6SL. This is a seeder. Okay, Taro 6SL seeder. We can get the Roll Flex Packer. We can get the trapezoidal ring roller. So you see those changing in the front. We can get loose tracking tine loose. So right here, track loosening tines. So they will be right behind where your tractor's tires are. In theory, loosening the soil up because you drove over it and compacted it a little bit. Then we have Seeder Design 1, Seeder Design 2, and it's basically changing the airlines here and the distributor from 1 master distributor to 2. Then we move to the Pronto 6DC seeder, and we can get it with 2,800 liters worth of seed. 4,000 liters worth of seed. We can get standard wheels, or we can add a small tire roller in the middle. Or we can add tire roller all the way across. And we can add ridge markers if you want to. 150 horsepower, 3 meter working width. The Pronto 6 DC, 6 meter working width. It starts out holding 4,000 liters worth of seed. We can pump that up to 4,400 with this little front tank. Or we can make it 5,000. Or we can make it 5,400. Or we can let it hold 2,000 seed and 3,000 fertilizer. Or we can have 2,400 seed and 3,000 fertilizer. Tire roller, yes or no for the front. Row control. That's here on the back. Basically changes that thing. The seating thing. And we can add a ridge marker. Or not. Then we move up to the Avatar 1225 SD. This 12 meter seeder holds 6,800 liters worth of product, 2,960 liters worth of seed, 3,840 liters of fertilizer, or 3,360 liters of seed, 3,840 liters of fertilizer. And when we do that, right, we get some hose connections and all that jazz. We can trailer our tires, Michelin tires, Continental, Vertestein, and we can get them in wide or standard. Design 1 or Design 2, and again, that's going to change these airlines, seed lines, whatever you want to call them. Then we move up to some planters. The Mistero 975 RX, $65,000. This is obviously designed to work with the front partner tank. Fertilizer distribution unit, yes or no. So we can configure this to fertilize or not. Loose tine. Right, so we can put those tines in front of the planter there where our tires are. And we can add a ridge marker. The Mistero 2450 planter. $208,000 to buy. 12 meter working width. Now this one we only have a choice of standard or wide tires. Narrow twins. Trelleborg, Michelin, standard, wide. Continental, standard or wide. Midas, standard or wide. Vertestein, standard and wide. Then we round it all out with a pair of weeders. We have the 24 meter Cura 24 ST weeder. $85,000 to buy. 7 mile per hour working speed, 200 horsepower. We can change Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vertestein tires. Those are only options. And then we have the amazing transformer. No configuration options. And remember, this is what will follow the rows left and right as you move through the field as a weeder. That's all the stuff included in the pack. That's a lot of configuration options. And over here, we have them all set up. I went and put different configs on all of this stuff. But here we have it set up with the partner tank, with the seeder option. Fertilizer. Here we got this one. Remember, this came as one of the free content updates. And we're set up. Oops, a little bug. Oops, not quite attaching. We set this up with seed and slurry application. Then we've got various seeders, planters, and then over in another part of the map, we have our weeders. Now let's see how all this stuff works. Unfold. Lower and off we go. This is a mulcher for anyone that mulches, right? Got some nice animations on the tines there. You do have nice fold and unfold animations there. Lights on it. All right. Let's go get the bigger one. What's up, Farmer G? So let's go back, look. Let's go back and look. What they say. That one doesn't say anything. This one can direct drill. The Pronto's avatar. Just the Pronto's and the avatar, it looks like. But we do have some others that will do it. Let's unfold this. This is a 12-meter mulcher. Some nice animations going on there. You see the front wheels are, the front rollers are kind of rocking up and down a little bit. Then the drag tines are going. Just move everything out of the way. Will, what is up? Let's just set this guy to hire helper and do his own thing. Let's go to the next bit of kit. And this one has been set up as a seeder as well. Right. So this is the Tiger 8MT. If you go to the shop, the Tiger 8MT is a cultivator. But remember, we could configure it with fertilizer distribution. Sorry, not seed. So we can fertilize our field at the same time we are cultivating it, because we've hooked it up with the front partner tank. We got the hose connection going around the back. There we go. There was a little visual artifact there in the middle. So we have to turn on the fertilizing function. So we're not fertilizing now. We turn it on with B. Now we are fertilizing. We Got the hoses animated there as the things move up and down. We got the discs, the springs compressing. And something else I noticed is the hose stretches. And bends as you turn and such. Now we move over to the next bit of kit, the Finer 6 SL. But this one, look, this one can seed. So this is a shallow cultivator. This is a shallow cultivator that can also seed. And it's not seeding cover crop. We're seeding legit crop here. Wheat, barley, canola, oats, soybeans, sorghum, oilseed radish, and grass. So I've configured this one with wheels on the front. Lower it down. Turn it on. Turn off the calendar. And away we go. So we are seeding. We have two hoses now because this has two hoses in the back. Lots of cool animations. Thing out of the way. Now we'll get in our pluger thing, and we've got this one. Look, this one's set up to seed and apply slurry now. That we can only do cover crop. Grass or oilseed radish. And again, this is going to be the Joker 8 RT. And we've set it up with the slurry distributor and seeding unit. Or we could just leave it as a disc harrow. Right? We don't have to add this other stuff to it. So we could just use it as a disc harrow. But I went and decided to add it as a slurry applicator. And if I wanted to, I could probably turn on the double activation rate. If I knew how to do that. So now we are seeding, putting grass in the ground, and we're putting slurry in the ground, and we're cultivating or disc harrowing. 3 things in one pass. Grab a screenshot of that. Okay. Let's make our way back. Then we have our first true seeder. Oops, wrong one. Alright, you need to stop because you're just confused. Poor soul, you're just generally confused. Get you out of the way. And let's get you. We'll deal with you later. So this is our little seeder. We've got our front tank. This time I put little rollers on it. I remember we have the compaction tines I turned on. Our twin pipes. Nice animations on the discs. Now we have a Pronto 3-meter seeder. Animations on the latch. There we go. So we can direct drill with this. Animations on the back. Now let me show you the animations opening this. So we have the step and the latches. Headlights on there. Alright, next piece of kit. We have the Pronto 6 meter. Yeah, the hoses all stretch. Let's watch that fold back up again. See these hoses. Stretch and fold. Really well done. Lower it down. Take a seed and fertilize this one. And I've got the little pup tank in the front. I expect this will be a favorite among many. Same general animations around the back. Udo, welcome. Then we move up to the big boy. The big boy seeder. Spread those wings. Oh boy. Oh, that's neat. See that again. The locking mechanism. Alright. Oh boy. Going to town now. All right, let's cultivate up some so we can use our planters over here. Remember, we are able to fertilize too. So we had to turn that on, but now we are fertilizing while we are doing our cultivation. So far, y'all think it's good. Wait till we get to the, we got 4 more pieces of equipment yet. We got 2 planters and 2 weeders to demonstrate, with the 1 weeder being the most fancy. We had that with the, Sean, we had that with the ploger. So we can set this up to do slurry application and seed, but it only seeds grass or oilseed radish. We do have a shallow cultivator that seeds, but it doesn't fertilize. And there are a ton of configuration options. Most of this equipment has multiple configuration options available to it. Right, who thought you'd be getting a fertilizer and a cultivator? Who thought you'd be getting a seeder and a cultivator? "12-meter mulcher." So here we have a planter that also fertilizes and also seeds. So on the front tank is only fertilizer. So I put fertilizer in the front. I have seed in the seed hoppers in the back. We got some nice up and down animations on the seed boxes. Some nice animations here on the rollers and such. And let's go grab the other. And then we have our final planter. Just like the big cedar, this one spreads its wings. Fertilizer, seed, like that. There you go. Nice animations, nice sounds. What's the question? And we got nice animations going on here too. Seed boxes going up and down. All right, last two bits of kit. Here we have a massive 24-meter wide weeder. Let's get to weeding. How about that weeding action there? Right, you weed a field in no time. Alright, let's check out these animations. So, lift it. We got nice sounds here. Fold it. And then it rests on its cradle. And then we have what I think will probably be the star of the show, at least functional wise. We have the transformer hoe. Alright, so the hoes are used to weed fields that have medium-sized wheat. Hold on. Okay, so now we have medium-sized wheat. Right? A weeder won't do diddly. This won't do diddly squat in medium-sized wheat. But this will. Alright, watch this action. What? Uh-huh, watch this. Watch this, watch this. What? Let's shift over a little bit. Alright, it's trying its darndest to stay in between the rows. That's right, it's moving. What? Yep. Nice animations. Oh, so see, there's, like, it's got cameras. That's what it's using. That's what it's using to know where it is. Right, that's how it knows where it is in the rows. Jason, it's because Schultz is still new to the game. He's still a newbie. Braden, I have no idea what you're asking. The snow cloaked. The snow cloaked. Wow. Alright, so I think what somebody was asking. Were you all asking about using that partner tank on stuff we already have? Is that what you all were getting at? Oh, Bertus, he's being jocular. He's making a joke. All right, well let's just do it. We're here to answer your questions. Show things off for you. So we'll get this. Then we'll get just a plain Jane regular old feeder. But hey, let's just get this one. Let's get this one too. I mean, if you want to. You know what? While we're at it, let's just go balls to the wall. Oh, he said wall. Okay. No, there's not going to be trailer hitches on any of this stuff. I got 4,800 liters worth of fertilizer. Let's go to town. Right? So just like anything, right? If it holds product, the game will think that it's not out. We're gonna get the pipe. We'll see. Maybe we'll be surprised. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We got the hose. The hose. All right. So there we go. Now we can go off, do our business. I'm surprised. I was not expecting a hose hookup. Now I expect this to work. Right. It'll just add to the capacity. You can see now we're at 34%, so yeah. We can fill that, and there you go. Now we have more seed. Does that answer that question? I think it does. Now let's see here. Let's do something. Go reconfigure this. Because I want it to cultivate the ground while I'm out doing something. But Braden, I still don't understand the question. So let's customize this, and we're gonna take that off. So now it's just a standard disc harrow. I would think I should be able to hire a helper. Yep, now I can. I was a little confused when you didn't have, when you had a seeder, the fertilizer thing. Okay. Let's go take a look at the map. So the main starting farm is up here in the northeast corner of the map. We have our farm silo down here. We have a bale sell point, store sell point there. Multiple sell points all over the place. We've got our vehicle shop, Oak Bridge stores, so another grain sell point there. We have another sell point there for our grain, a bale sell point or animal dealer. We have a BGA. The map is a little short, in my opinion, on production. We only have the BGA and the sawmill. More grain sell points. I mean, there's grain sell points galore. In fact, if we take a look here at our sell points, you can see we've got 6 grain sell points available on the map for the most part. We do not have any animals built in. We can sell all the fun stuff, but I would like to have seen a little bit more in the way of kind of production. Just kind of nodding to FS22. Pretty decent reuse of buildings and some other assets. But like I mentioned, if you come in here to build mode, we do not have any of the custom buildings as placeables, like we did with the Platinum expansion. So a little disappointed on that we're not going to be able to put down those things. And then as far as our ground textures go, let's run over to the farm and put some of these ground textures down. So we have farm plate. So it's kind of like grooved concrete. Various animal muds, asphalts, dirt, forest ground, grass, gravel, gravel dirt, gravel moss, new gravel, which is what we already have, riverbed. That's it. Plants, nothing. Nothing out of the ordinary there, and nothing out of the ordinary with trees. So that's what we've got going on with that. Some of these may be a little different. We got an okay, I would say an okay distance town, but the resolution and the graphics drop off pretty darn quick. There's the distance on the map. Drops off pretty darn quick. We do not have collisions on these utility lines. Let's see if we can go right through them. The map is composed of mostly very large fields. Down here south. And off to the west, we get a couple smaller ones. But basically, if you're going to be doing agriculture on this map, you're going to be doing it in a large scale. Most likely with the big Horsch stuff. But Sean, as we know, right, this is a map that was made for realism's sake. So it is to be emulating the exact area. So there we have our sawmill. We've got the multiple sell points down here. The animal dealer, the BGA. Something I haven't tried yet. Is if you buy the biogas plant, you then own the land. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. They're here forever. So as long as you work around these boxes, now, it is. That's how I understand it. So now you can go to town putting your own BGA down. Right? Rabbit Rob, good evening. Good evening, sir. How's it going? See how our transformer is doing over here. Doing a bang-up job. Weeding our corn. Trying to stay between the rows. Oh, I am doing mighty fine. I'm doing mighty fine. Oh yeah, this guy's making a second return. He's coming back, sorry, for the first time. Jeez. Field 9. Let's take a look. Field 9 is 85 hectares in size. Then we got Field 1 at 37. Field 5 at 25. 24. The big boy, 85. Imagine putting slurry down on that. Oh, right here. 1.2 million liters of slurry. You better be making lots of trips. Lots of trips. All right, while this guy's doing a little bit of work, let's go once again and walk our way through what is part of the Horsch AgroVation pack. It's the top of the hour. Some folks may have missed it. Of course, we have the Horsch AgroVation map. That is what we are on. The map is designed to be as photorealistic of the Horsch AgroVation farm, which is in the Czech Republic. And then the rest of this is the businesses and the town that is around the Horsch AgroVation farm. Very well done main farm. Lots of really cool buildings and structures. A little disappointed that we can't put some of these things down ourselves. But, yeah. A lot of these buildings have really fine details. We have our little apartment up there on the second floor. We have our sleep trigger here. Our workshop. Most of these doors do open up. Our big, massive silo is over here. Yeah, imagine the hose link for that one. All right, let's go back. Horsch AgroVation pack includes 14 pieces of new machinery. We have the Culturo 9 TC mulcher, $35,000 to buy. We can add some additional weights to the mulcher. Look right here. There we go. We're going to go from 3.5 tons to 4.1 tons on the mulcher. 240 horsepower requirement. Then we have the Culturo 12 TC mulcher. Sorry. 12.2 meter working width. 270 horsepower requirement. And we can change this to Michelin tires, BKT tires, Vertestein tires, or Trelleborg tires. We have option 1. We have design 2 with the round rolly wheels. Then we move into the shallow cultivator, the finer 6SL, but note, we have crops down here. We can configure this to actually be a seeder as well. So we can 6 meter shallow cultivate, or if we want, we can add a seeding unit, and now we can shallow cultivate and seed at the same time. 220 horsepower, 9 mile per hour working speed, and we got lots of configuration options. We got design 6, which gets rid of the back end stuff. Design 7 adds the tines. Design 1 is just the shallow cultivator and seeding unit. Design 2 adds some tines. Design 3 adds some front wheels. Design 4 adds rollers to the back. Design 5 adds rollers and tines. Design 6 just adds wheels to the back. 7 adds tines and wheels. Right. Then we have the Tiger 8MT. This is just a standard cultivator. That's what we're using right now to cultivate the field with our hired helper. There he is. He's way off in the distance. We don't even have view on him until we fly halfway down the field. At any rate, the Tiger 8MT we can also configure with a fertilizer distribution. And notice we have the hose, so we'll need to use the front tank on that. Now, I did run into an interesting thing where I couldn't hire a helper if I had it in this configuration. So I'm going to send that off to Giants as a possible bug report, just so that they know. Maybe that's intended. Maybe that's a known thing. We can also add a top ring roller to the rear. Or not. We have the Joker 8RT disc harrow. This one we can add also a seeding unit, but it's going to do grass and oilseed radish. 8.2 meters. We can also add, a slurry distributor, or a slurry distributor and seeding unit. So we can disc harrow at 8 meters. We can apply slurry, and we can put down grass in the same pass. So there's 3 in 1 right there if we wanted to. We have the Partner 1600. This is the front kind of partner tank, if you will. Standard configuration. We can add wheels, or we can add rollers. And this will hold fertilizer or seed. You can also add in 60 kilogram increments additional weights up to 360. The Taro 6SL seeder. This is going to require prepared soil, right? And it's also going to work with the pup tank, the front partner tank. We can get the roller wheels here, or we can move up to these trapezoidal ring rollers. We can also add to the front tines, and these tines are going to be positioned right behind your tires to kind of loosen up the soil before the seeder goes over them. And then we have design 1 or design 2. These hoses are really cool. When you fold them up, they'll fold, they'll stretch when you unfold the unit. Well, this is Czech Republic. So I would say they're using Czech plates. I don't know. We don't put plates on our stuff over here in America. In America, we don't need plates. Not for farm machinery. Anyhoot. Then we have the Pronto 3DC. This is a direct seed. No cultivating required. 3 meter working with. Standard crops. But this thing's got some tricks up its sleeve. So we can configure it with 2,800 liters worth of seed. We can make a big boy out of it. 4,000 liters worth of seed. We can add wheels to the front, middle, or all the way across the front. And we can also add ridge markers to it if we want to. Oh, I like this. Let me go back to this. Let me zoom in here. Watch when we add ridge markers. I don't know if you can see this detail. We get more hydraulic lines right here. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. I like how we get more hydraulic lines running all the way back. Then we have the Pronto 6DC, a 6 meter variant of that direct drill. 4,000 liters seed, 4,400 liters of seed by we adding this little mini tank to the front. 5,000 liters of seed, bigger tank. 5,400 liters of seed with the mini tank. Or we could split it, seed and fertilizer, and add a little mini tank to the front. So we could seed only, or we could seed and fertilize. We can add these tire rollers to the front or get rid of them. We have row control on the back, which changes this whole piping thing to a completely different arrangement. And then we can add ridge markers to it as well. We have then the Avatar, that's right, 1225 SD. Now this is also a direct seeder. We can change the capacities, 2960 a seed, 3480, 3360 a seed because we add a little pup tank, 3840 still on the fertilizer. Trelleborg, we can get standard, wide, or no, we're not doing duals. That's a different one. Michelin standard or wide, Continental, Bertestein, and we can go back to design 1. or design 2 is going to change these airlines, seed lines, whatever they're called, whatever the fancy word is. The Mastero 975RX planter. This is also designed to work with the partner tank. This one will require cultivation up front. 6-meter planter. And it can hold seed, right? We can get it with fertilizing distribution or without. So if we get it without fertilizer distribution, we're just planting. If we get with, then we can combine this with our partner tank to then fertilize and plant at the same time. You can also add those track loosening tines as well to run right behind our wheels. And we can put ridge markers on there if we want. Then we have a Mastero 2450 SV planter. 12-meter planter. This one we can get with duals. Like that. As well as Michelin, Continental, Midas, or Vertestein tires. We have a Cura 24ST 24.5-meter wide weeder. 24.5-meter wide weeder. 200 horsepower requirement. Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vertestein tires. And then we have the ever popular Transformer 12VF power hoe. And this hoe is designed as a weeder and will remove medium-sized weeds. Medium or small weeds. And what makes this one so cool is that it will follow the rows. It will stay in its lane, if you will. It has cameras mounted on these pedestals, and they will be looking at the crop and trying to keep those things between the rows. So we can see that work here. Right, you see it shift back and forth. That. So visually it looks a lot better. Let's go and make this field have small weeds. .24.5-meter weeding. Well, look at that. Now we're in business. Now we're in business. All right, let's go up here and run through this stuff one more time. So here we have the small mulcher. It's still wider than any other mulcher we have in game to date. Lots of really neat little animations, sounds. Let's go with it. Then we move on to the big boy mulcher. Look, we got the Horsch stamped out there in the back. Some people might actually start mulching if they're able to do it this wide. Right? Nice little animations of things moving. Particle effects. Then we move over to our no. Here it is. This is our shallow cultivator that is also a seeder. So remember, we could convert this from a regular shallow cultivator to a seeding unit. There we go. So now we are seeding wheat. At the same time we are doing our shallow cultivation. I just like to watch these lines fold. And then they stretch too. Right, you can see the ribs stretch on them. And then, of course, we have the animations. Step. Open the top, latching it back down. Then we have this one. Now we had this configured at one point with a fertilizing option. We took that off so we could hire the helper. Lots of neat animations going on here. Springs compressing. Quite the heavy dirt mass. Quite the heavy dirt mass. Looks good. Oh, wrong one. We have our smaller seeder that we connect with the partner tank. I do agree, Sean. Really nice details on this stuff. I feel like a lot of attention's been made to the bolting of the hoses and stuff. And off we go. And I liked how we've already seen with the Kuhn seeder, we can use the Horsch front tank and the pipes connect. I really wasn't expecting that. So we got that going on. We have our 3-meter seeder. Oh, what's that say? Horsch Connect. That's like a little GPS thing. And off we go, right? This will direct seed. We don't need to do it on cultivated soil. Then we have the Horsch 6 Pronto 6DC, the 6-meter variant, and I have this one set up to hold seed and fertilizer. Right. Oh, look at that. That was neat. Cool beans. Then we have the big boy, 12 meters, seed and fertilizer. Let's fold it back up. See how those wings come in. See how everything unfolds here. off we go. I wonder what happens if we do this. Okay, no. I was wondering, maybe we saw the hose pop up. Then we have the Mistero 2450. This is a planter. Same general animations as the one we just saw. What I'd like to know from you all is, what do you think of the pack, right? I'm more excited to use it now than I was just knowing that it was a bunch of seeders and planters and cultivators. Seeing the abundance of configuration options. Details look really good. Animations look really well. Oh, we got this. This is the smaller planter. It's kind of interesting being offset there. 5 rows on one side, 4 on the other. What on earth are you doing over there? Hey buddy, why don't you get back over here to work? And then the way this one is set up is I have fertilizer in the front and seed in the back. So I'm seeding while planting. Of course, if anyone has not already picked it up and this stream has sparked your interest, there is a link pinned in chat. That'll be able to be redeemed over at the Giants EShop. You save $1 between now and July 24th by pre-ordering it. The channel does get a little bit of credit, of course, as well. And then there was one more item we haven't showed off. And that is this bit of kit. This is the Joker 8 RT. It can be used as a normal cultivator, or you can add a seeding option. and it will do grass and oilseed radish. Or you can add slurry, and we are using it to cultivate the soil and apply slurry to the soil, and we're also seeding grass in one pass. Or you can use it as just a standard cultivator if you wanted to. You don't have to run it behind a slurry applicator like this. But I thought it'd be cool to show that off. Right. Then, of course, we have regular agriculture that we can do on the map. Well, let's do a little driving around here as we head down to work on that harvester. Tuki, you gonna be here Monday so we can harvest these potatoes? Like this is a good map. This is a nice map for people that want to do big scale agriculture. We definitely have some big scale fields. Very much a central focus on agriculture as opposed to anything else. Well, they don't get too much bigger than old Field 9, that's for sure. As I said, the map has the 20 game cartridge collectibles. No, we're going to put carrots. Curtis, we're going to put carrots in that big field. Now this is an interesting little dew hopper. I don't believe it's buyable. Yeah, it is. Okay, it is buyable. And now we have slurry storage. Look at that. Now, speaking of potatoes, I posted a video in the Discord today on potato harvesting and carrot harvesting and oh, we got a little water running across the road here. Carrot harvesting and processing. I actually showed the single row trailed DeWolf harvester that we're going to get in premium. Did you a little outdo yourself with beets? Did you outdo yourself? kind of drive through this area here. Multiple bale sell points, multiple grain sell points. I think they've done a really good job with reusing some pre-existing assets from the other maps, as well as some custom assets. They all blend very well together. We have our sawmill. Over here. You're still a bit beat from the beats. We have our sawmill. I wish we had kind of placeable areas we could put production down in. So guys, we're going to be doing a I hope that was a road, but it wasn't. We're going to be doing a live stream tomorrow evening, showing the AgroVation pack off once again, showing the map off once again. Sunday, we are going to be doing ATS, Sunday night convoy night. We're also going to be doing our ACC members only live stream race at Barcelona Sunday afternoon. Monday night, we will be doing a launch party here on the AgroVation map in multiplayer using G-Portal servers, the quickest servers to update. Literally, you can update the game on a server in like 10 seconds. It's crazy fast. So keep an eye out for that. Also, we will be releasing a map video of the Horsch AgroVation map to coincide with the release of the DLC on Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, midnight CEST. Burgess, it'll be midday, mid-morning for me on the 25th. Steam's pretty much always the next day by like 10 a.m. I think, 11 a.m. Let's get this thing turned around. Maybe we'll be in a position tomorrow night to use some of that machinery on this field. Oklahoma is going to be August 1st. I was worried that it would coincide with the release of this DLC, but we lucked out there. And then that's going to become August August 1st. So I'm glad you all have enjoyed this. And like I said, I was pleasantly surprised at the configuration options, at the flexibility of the various items in the pack. Far more than just a combination of cultivators, seeders, planters, and weeders. Indeed, Sean, it is. Indeed, it does. I think anybody that has seen this video, there's no way they can say, oh, it's just the same as it was in 19. Oh, it's just the same as it was in 17. It is completely not. I know, Richard. I know. Don't worry. It'll all be harvested for tomorrow. It'll all be harvested tomorrow. Does anybody have any other questions? Anything they want to see? Anything they want to ask before we close up shop for the night? Now is your chance. Ask that question. Delilah, good evening. The sky is blue because it is a reflection of the water here on the surface. That is why the sky is blue. Water is blue due to the way light refracts off of it and reflects into our retinas. It is also the result of the color temperature of our nearest star, the sun or Sol. Just imagine if Sol was a different color itself. We might have teal water. You would indeed, Chad. You would indeed. A whole fleet of cultivators and planters or seeders. Let alone when it finally came time to harvest. I mean, this is one of the medium-sized fields. Field 14, it's 25 acres, 7.41 hectares. Got another field over here, canola. 42 acres in size. Right, and then we got this big boy, 85 acres, 85 hectares, 230 acres. We just scratched the surface up here messing around. And Monday night we are going to have, hopefully, a nice sized team working here on AgroVation for our multiplayer launch party. Because again, if you buy the DLC over at the Giants EShop, it will release July 25th at midnight CEST. For those of us here in the States, that means we could be able to download and enjoy this DLC as early as, for Eastern time zone, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Western, or 3 p.m. West Coast, Pacific, I guess it is, because that is that's when midnight is Central European summertime, standard time, whatever you want to call it. Wait, that's where we're going to end it here, guys. I want to get recharged, turn in for the evening in a little bit. Get things ready for tomorrow. Got stuff to do during the day. Alien Jim is here just in time to watch the replay. He's been lurking, I had no doubt, for quite a while. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night on the map. Take a look at the map more. Take a look at the pack more. And, yeah, hopefully answer any more questions that you might have. Till next time. Happy farming.